degrees. Now it has moved on to 50 degrees Celsius in between, where after that continuous heating by maintaining pressure as constant, we have taken P as constant, isobaric process. So in the isobaric process, after that we have gone through the phase where it is going to change from liquid onto the vapor. It has been started at a point 2. Once it has been started at a point 2, it continues in the dome where from 2 to 4, and the point which is being shown over here, in between both the pressure as well as temperature, both are fixed. And here the vapor, liquid which is completely is converted into vapor at a point 4. Till then both the temperatures and the pressure is fixed, and only one parameter which is varying is specific volume. In that particular dome you have dry, wet, and as well as both the mixture. And from 4 to 5 you have a superheated vapor, where after converting completely into vapor, still you are heating or raising the temperature, where the temperature is not fixed here, but only pressure is fixed, as continuing from 1 atmospheric here. Next, by considering 2 atmospheric, or maybe next 2 MPa, 5 MPa, later it reaching on to one particular point where there is no distinguishing change in phase, where it converts directly into from liquid onto the vapor state. That is a point which we say it as a critical point. And after this we have gone through the PT diagram. Show you that the next slide. Right, into the slide which has been shown over here is you have a critical point here which is 374.14 Kelvin, and these are the pressures which has been given over here, where it is 0.101 MPa, 0.1 MPa, 1 MPa, 8 MPa, 15, and while increasing the pressures, at one point it is reaching over here, and this is the region which is, we say it as subcooled, or maybe into the liquid one. Next is we have here this vapor plus liquid one, and this is superheated one. Right, next after this slide, this is all the things which you have learned. And this is the one which is we have learned as the PT diagram. So in this PT diagram, where you have your solid melting and you have your substance which is on expands and freezing, contracts and freezing, and next is vaporization, critical point, triple point. So these are the things which I learned till last class. So can anyone tell me what is the significance of the triple point? Can anyone tell me what is the significance of triple point? Please, someone answer. No, are you there? Everyone in the class?
Yes, sir.
What is the significance of a triple point? Rule number 4.
Sir,
what is the significance of triple point?
it is a point where liquid, solid, and vapor phase of a substance is in equilibrium.
I am not asking you a definition. I am asking you the significance. దాని వల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటి ఆ ట్రిపుల్ పాయింట్ వల్ల?
Thermometers.
No. Rule number 2.
అంతే డెఫినేషన్ ఒకటి తెలుసు.
అంతే, మనం ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయము. మనం ఎక్కడ వరకు క్లాస్ అయిపోయిందో వదిలేస్తాము. అది కొంచెంసేపు వింటాము, లేదంటే లేదు. సిగ్నిఫికెన్స్ అని కావాలంటే కొంచెం ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయాలి, సబ్జెక్ట్ ని చదువుకోవాలా. And based on the basic understanding of your concept, you have to make your sense what is the use of that. See here, if you observe the phase which I told you, where you have your solid directly converting into vapor. I've given you an example, campfire. So in that, what is going to happen at a lower pressures? When your pressures are very low, where you are directly, the solid has been converted into vapor without conversion into liquid. Okay. So there is another one, as when your pressures are increasing and your pressure is increasing, then directly the solid will not be converted into vapor state. It will directly convert into liquid in between and then into vapor. That is, if you go above the at 1 atmospheric pressure or on to 1 atmospheric pressure, if you consider at 1 atmospheric pressure, your anything solid which is present, it converts into liquid and then into vapor. And here is a zone which you have the melting one, the both meltings. One is it expands and freezing, and another one is contracts and freezing. So what is the difference is like, if you consider as a solid as a ice, as when you are, what do you call it is freezing more, if your temperatures is decreasing further and further more, what is going to happen? It will expand. Okay, where its volume will increase and temperature is dropping down. And next, when you go on to the liquid one, if it is not in a solid phase, where you have in a liquid phase, where if it is freezing slowly and by decreasing your temperature, it just contracts. Okay. Furthermore, decreasing into temperature, when it forms into an ice, then it is a different business again. In between of your substance, of your contraction and freezing, there is a line in between that separates your solid into your liquid, or here in the zone which we say of solid and liquid, that is a fusion line. That is a straight line. Okay. So next after this, when it is converted into liquid and there is a zone in between of your liquid and vapor, that is a dome. This is a dome which you have learnt. Okay. And once it has been converted into the vapor, after continuously heating of your temperature by fixing and by the latent heat which is being absorbing continuously, then it is converted into vapor. And furthermore increasing of your pressure, it reaching on to the critical pressure. Okay, critical point. So the main significance of the triple point is such a way like anything below the triple point, if you observe, are you observing the zone which I am showing you over here? Are you noticing, everyone?
Yes, sir.
This is directly converting solid into vapor. Sublimation is taking place. That is the point below the triple point. Okay. So anything, if your value is below the triple point, then it is in sublimation. That is based on your PT diagram which has been given over here. So here the major is the pressure, because we are taking in line to the pressure axis. Okay. So this triple point is exactly which is normally at a atmospheric pressure. Okay. So anything below this which sublimation one. See, observe the triple point over here. This is the point where, based on your definition of your solid, vapor, liquid, all 3 points mixing, meeting at one point, we said at triple point. That's fine. But what is its main significance? Why we require a triple point? That is because when the triple point is known, if your pressures which is being given below the triple point, for a system which has been given, if your pressure which is being given below the triple point pressure, let's say here for the triple point of water is 0.6117 kPa. So if the value is below than 0.6117 for water especially, then that you do not have the conversion, directly it will take from solid onto the vapor one. This is actually for water, I am not discussing for that case, because water is not a solid. This thing is, sublimation is for a solid one. Okay, solid in the sense, just before which I have considered for an example of a campfire one, if my pressure is at 1 atmospheric pressure, see, do not confuse in between. Here, the pressure which I am telling you is 1 atmospheric pressure, but here the triple point of water is 0.6117. That is different, this is different. This is for a water, that is for a solid. So pressures will be different, triple point will be different for different conditions. For water it will be different, for solid it will be different, for mercury it will be different, for carbon dioxide it will be different. So for different substance which you are considering, the triple point will vary. So that triple point gives such a way like where is the sublimation zone and where is the conversion into what do you call the liquid and to vapor region. That is the main significance of your triple point. Suppose, let me say for your camphor which I consider, if it is at, this is at 1 atmospheric pressure, the triple point 1, if the pressures which has been taking below 1 atmospheric pressure, that is below the triple point, then obviously it will take sublimation directly, converting your solid into vapor. There will be no liquid in between. Suppose if your pressures which has been taking place above the 1 atmospheric pressure, then it is converting from solid into liquid and liquid into vapor. Are you clear now? Ardhamainda?
Yes, ma'am.
Now are you clear with the significance?
సార్ ఒక్కసారి లాస్ట్ మళ్ళీ చెప్తారా?
సో హియర్ ట్రిపుల్ పాయింట్ అనేది సాలిడ్ దగ్గర ఇక్కడ కనబడుతుంది కదా, దిస్ ఇస్ ఎట్ 1 అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ తీసుకుంటే నా కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ ద పర్టిక్యులర్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ అబోవ్ 1 అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ అంటే దెన్ ఇట్ ఇస్ కన్వర్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలిడ్ టు లిక్విడ్ అండ్ లిక్విడ్ ఇన్ టు వేపర్. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఈ పైన కర్వ్ వస్తుంది అప్పుడు. ఎప్పుడైతే విచ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ బిలో ది 1 అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్, నేను ఆ ప్రెషర్ తీసుకుంటున్నాను, ఆ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఇంటెన్సివ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఇస్ 2. One is pressure and temperature. Okay, so the pressure is below 1 atmospheric ante below triple point anamata, then it is converting sublimation that is solid into vapor directly, no liquid in between. Ardhamainda?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, shall we move on to the next one? This is about the T. This is a phases which has been given: process A to B, vapor transition; C to D, solid to liquid transition; E to F, solid to vaporization, which I told you, reaching on to the equilibrium one. So this is the equilibrium for your solid to vapor, and this is equilibrium for liquid or solid and liquid one, and this is the equilibrium for what do you call liquid and vapor. Okay, this is a transition phase which is given process A to B, C to D, E to F. And next, this is another very important point. Please make a note of this. This is like mercury has a low, particularly low triple point pressure, and carbon dioxide has an unusual higher one. What is the difference now? Now please tell me. Now you tell me the difference. You can observe here the fission line which has been given, the straight line, the difference between your solid and the liquid one. And this is your sublimation just before, which I told you. This is your triple point. This is a critical point for your PT diagram just before the scene, which is projected in a different way. Like just before, which I told you, for a substance of your solid which has been considered at a triple point, your phase change is taking place from solid to liquid, liquid to vapor. Below that, your triple point value which has been taking place usually will be in a sublimation zone. So here for solid the triple point is different one, that is higher, that is at a triple point of your solid will be 1 atmospheric pressure, and for water it is 0.6117, and for mercury it is lower than the water one, the triple point one. That indicates like how much amount of the pressures which is required for converting into sublimation is the difference of your mercury and water, and then the solid which I have given you the example. Are you making a note of the difference of these three? In the exams, the questions will be given for you like maybe IAS or GATE, like identify the below which has been given substance which has a lower triple point. It will be given like water, some solid, and oil and mercury. In that you need to identify the mercury which has got based on the experimental lower triple point pressure, which is the less than the water which I told you just before. And carbon dioxide has higher one. Okay. I will explain you the phase diagram of the carbon dioxide also in the next slide. Then you will understand why it is happening so. And another important point to make a note, at 1 atmospheric pressure, there is 3 different kinds of latent heats. One is the latent heat of fusion, and another one is latent heat of vaporization, and another one is a latent heat which is present in a both zone of your vapor and liquid mixture. Latent heat of fusion is nothing but in a compressible zone, in a compressed liquid zone. Okay, just before I told you in a TV diagram. And latent heat of vaporization is onto the superheated zone, where you have a point where it is completely converted into vapor. After that, when you are maybe your pressure or temperature which is fixed, the absorbing quantity which is converting or increasing it more into superheated zone is nothing but your latent heat of vaporization. And here in your liquid zone, when it has been there in a compressed liquid, where you are absorbing of your temperature from 50 to 100 degrees, where it has been taking place is nothing but the latent heat of fusion. Okay, that the value which is given over here is 333.7 kilojoules per kg. Another one for latent heat of evaporation is 256.5. So as you can observe, the latent heat of evaporation is obviously higher than the water, that is for the fusion one. This you can also get it in experimental steam tables, but you have to remember this. This is at 1 atmospheric pressure. This is standard one, where usually there is a memory-based questions you can expect it maybe in a competitive exams, where they will ask you such a way like at 1 atmospheric pressure, what is the latent heat of fusion, or maybe a vaporization one. These values will be given. You have to identify. Maybe about the last GENCO exam which has been asked, latent heat of vaporization value has directly been asked. If you do not remember this, it is very difficult for you to identify. Each mark will vary in the competitive exams. So the next slide which you go on, the phase diagram for the carbon dioxide. If you can observe over here, these are the pressures which has been given, and here is a solid one, and here is a liquid one, and here is a vapor one, and this is a triple point, and this is a critical point. This is for the PT diagram which you are observing over here. When you observe the difference over previous one and this one, as the triple point which has been marked over here, this one is very higher. This triple point is very higher. If you can observe in the graph over here, it is greater than 10 square, that is 100. It is above than 100 kPa. So till 100 kPa, this is, we say it as atmospheric pressure. 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 101.3 kPa. So this is your atmospheric pressure, and this triple point is above the atmospheric pressure. So which I told you earlier, for the carbon dioxide, usually you have higher atmospheric, triple point greater than the atmospheric pressure. Previously, which I told you, for mercury, it is the lower one, and for water, which is already I told you, and for the solid of your camphor, which I considered was an example for 1 atmospheric pressure, other the solid, and for this carbon dioxide, it is at 100 kPa. At atmospheric pressure of 100 kPa, the solid carbon dioxide will make a phase transition directly into vapor without becoming liquid first. This process is called as sublimation. Okay. So previous cases, everything for the triple point pressure is above the atmospheric, and the fission line slopes will tend to the right and opposite of your water. But here the case of the solid carbon dioxide is different one than when compared with your campfire example and then the water one. Okay, so this is a special case based on the properties of that of your triple point which is occurring above than that. That is a case where there is no transition of your phase from solid onto the liquid and then onto the vapor. It will directly takes place from solid onto liquid. So that is the case we say the solid carbon dioxide as a dry ice. Dry ice. I guess this is you might have already learnt in your schooling levels itself. What is a dry ice? That's nothing but solid carbon dioxide one. Where the most common example where we use this in olden days was in ships carrying, when they used to travel for a long distance in the ships, when you have your meat and all your frozen items that has been placed in a solid carbon dioxide itself, that is dry ice, because when your phase is being taking place from your solid onto the directly onto the vapor one, there is no liquid which doesn't damage. That's the case we usually consider as a dry ice, and the frozen meat items we'll consider as a solid carbon dioxide. Okay, this is about the phase diagram of the carbon dioxide one. Mostly they might ask you in the final exam, but in different cases, if they may ask you, you should be able to answer. But usually for conventional exams, in case of SSC, IAS, and in all those things, they'll ask you, explain the phase diagram of the solid carbon dioxide and show me the difference of your water and then the carbon dioxide. List out the difference. So in that way, they may ask you the conventional questions. So be aware of that. And next, moving on to the other one, that is PV diagrams. Just before we have learned, the first was TV and next was PT, and now we'll move on to the PV diagram. Okay. So here, if you can observe in the PV diagrams over here, there is a solid plus liquid and liquid, and this is in a PV diagram. What we are going to do is like we are going to fix the temperature. Previously, in case of PV diagram, what we have done was pressure was fixed. Now we are going to fix the temperature. Previous was isobaric process. Now we are moving on to isothermal process. Excuse me. So here, initially when I am starting at 1 atmospheric pressure, let me explain in the board itself, that will be clear to you. Is this visible for you? Everyone? Is this visible? Right. So here, PV which I'm going to do, now I'm taking the temperature as constant, that is isothermal. So first what I will do is like, I'll start at 1 atmospheric pressure. This is 1 atmospheric pressure through 3 and so on. So when I'm starting over here, so what is I need to do is like, considering the piston cylinder 1, as there is a piston, there is a liquid which is present over here, and the weights which has been on the top of the piston, weights which has been at the top of the piston, slowly I am removing the weights one after the other. Then what is going to happen there?
Piston moves upward.
The piston is moving upward. Then what is the property like pressure, specific volume and temperature? What is going to happen there?
Pressure decreases.
Yeah, pressure will drop down. Pressure will drop down. This pressure is decreasing. Okay. So this is, let me take it as A and this is B. Clear? So as your pressure is dropping down and the fixing temperature over here is T, I'm going to fix this temperature. Usually which was at 20 degrees Celsius, okay, at a room atmospheric pressure, and I fix the temperature to be at 99.96 because I want the conversion phase from your liquid onto the vapor one, where the boiling usually starts at this temperature. So I will fix onto the particular temperature of this. Okay. So after fixing this temperature, as the pressures are dropping down, till when the pressures drops? Till when the pressure has to drop? Please someone answer this. Please.
Triple point.
What is the business of the variable point here? I'm talking about only the liquid one, which I'm not going with the solid and all those phases, right? Now I'm only into the liquid one. I have to drop down the pressures where it starts converting of your liquid into the vapor. That is the fusion, which I told you, latent heat of fusion, or which we say it as in the properties which I told you, saturation, where liquid saturation zone. Then after that what is going to happen is, here pressure and temperature both are fixed. The temperature is already fixed. Which I have taken this temperature at T is equal to 99.6. Okay. So this point C, where it had to stop, this point C, where it had to stop this? This point, please someone answer. Hello?
Converting into vapors.
Yeah, completely converting into vapor. This is in your liquid, this is into the liquid plus vapor, and once it is liquid is completely converted into vapor, then I have to stop down. Okay? And now, after this point C, this is a zone where two are fixed, pressure and temperature. So what is the property which gives you the state? What is the property which gives you a state over here? What is the property name? Please tell me what is the property which gives you the state? Over here there are two properties which is to be known to know the state. That is, the previous was specific volume and pressure, where temperature is fixed. Because it is only in a one phase, according to the deep phase rule, you require two independent intensive properties. And coming on to here, both the properties are fixed, where the phase is two, liquid and vapor. Here, number of intensive properties required is only one. Specific volume that gives you the state. And after this, coming out of this zone of your dome, where your temperature is usually was fixed one, and next is the pressure will change. It is not fixed. Pressure will change. Okay. And the next specific volume also will change. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So here the specific volume is also a property which depends upon the pressure. How? Is such a way like where you have your density as mass by volume, specific volume as volume by mass, where this is reciprocal of density, where pressure is equal to rho GH, where pressure is directly proportional to your density. As your pressures are increasing, your density will increase, then obviously your specific volume will decrease. Is it clear, the relation? You have to know the thermodynamic relations of all those things to clearly understand. So coming to the line of your zone from C to D, here there will be a drop down. There will be a drop down because of the conversion of your vapor into the superheated vapor, which is converting into superheated vapor, where your pressures are dropping down. Okay, till when you have to drop continuously, where there is a reaching on to the superheated one, and above that if you go further, then there will be a critical one. So you should not go beyond than that. You should stop at a particular point where your superheated region is there, which is required for your conversion of your work to get maximum and your efficiency is higher. And this is for the fixed one. T is 99.6. If I go where my temperature are greater than 101, which I fixed, and here the pressures which I am going to start will be greater than 1 atmospheric pressure, and after this there will be a zone till here, that is A, B and C, and next I am going with a higher pressures, which is more than 2 atmospheric pressure, and greater than that, and finally your critical point, where if you join the locus of all these points, you will be having a curve. When you can observe the figure over here, where as your pressures are being increased, when you are starting your pressures at different cases, the line, the length of this is decreasing and reaching on to the critical point 1. So even in this, there is no phase transmission from directly which is converting into the vapor 1. Okay. So now this is the zones of your isotherms, which you can make your difference of your TV diagram, where the lines are different from the previous case which you are considering. Here is a reverse, there is a drop out down, and here is up, because increase in temperature and decrease in the pressure. Okay, so due to that there is a variation. So this is about the PV diagram. And another one, if you observe in the figure which has been given, there is solid, liquid plus vapor, and this is vapor. This is the conversion from your solid into the liquid plus vapor and liquid plus vapor into the vapor zone, which is being given. And if you observe, there is a fusion line which I have shown you just before, a straight line, which is the making you a difference between your liquid and vapor one. There is a separation line and the fusion line, but that is for a solid one. But here I am not going to consider the solid for the liquid case, which I have considered over here. For this example, if you consider, this is a water, which I have considered as water. This will be a special case, the water one. You will be having a negative slope. That is for dP, dou P by dou V will be negative for water, the slope. Okay. But for the other cases which you are considering will be a positive. Why the slope of the water is negative and why the water is being treated as a special case? That will be a mostly an important question you can expect in the exams. So the main reason is like, which I told you the thermodynamic properties for the previous case. If you consider for the gas, ideal gas, PV is equal to M of T, where this P is inversely proportional to volume. Okay, as when your P is increasing, okay, the volume will decrease. As when your volume is decreasing, what is going to happen to your specific volume? A specific volume is volume by mass. So obviously your specific volume will decrease. Okay. Is it clear with this relation?
Yes, sir.
And due to this, your density will increase. Right? So this is a process, but for your considering if in the case of a gas, but for the water, as for the water, if you consider the rho density is constant because it is an incompressible liquid. This is incompressible. In case of an incompressible, your density is constant. As this may not be applicable for the case of your water, and this is for the case of your compressible one, where your density is not constant. By this variation, you have your slope different as for the case of your water, which you are going to consider. With the case, it is a negative one. According, is this clear for you, for everyone? Is this clear? Mostly in the exam, you will get a question like why water has been treated as a special case. In case of your PV diagram, you need to explain. So that is about the TV and PV diagrams. Now we'll move on to the last one, PVT. PVT surfaces. I've given you a poll over here. Everyone can go through the poll. Meanwhile, I'll start the PVT at the last one.
So send again, sir, poll.
మళ్ళీ వేయాలా చేస్తాను. Yeah, shall I start the last one? Anyone any doubt still here? Anyone any doubt still here? Shall we go on for the next one? Right, just a moment, I'll start sharing. Right. So the last one is your PVT surfaces, which has been given here. Now observe this and tell me the difference. Tell me the difference of the previous one. Please someone speak out.
ఉంది సార్.
3D. అంతేనా?
All the parameters are changing, sir.
What are the things which has been changing here?
Pressure, volume, temperatures.
నేను ఇక్కడ యానిటేషన్ చేస్తున్నాను, మీకు కనబడట్లేదా?
Condition.
యానిటేషన్ కనబడుతుందా? మార్కింగ్ కలర్ లో చేశాను.
ఇది బ్లూ కలర్ లేదా సార్?
బ్లూ కలర్ కదా, రెడ్ కలర్ లో చేస్తున్నాను, ఇక్కడ మార్కింగ్ చేస్తున్నాను.
కనిపిస్తలేదు,
సపోర్ట్ చేయట్లేదు, అందుకనే ఆన్ చేస్తున్నాను. అక్కడ టీమ్స్ సపోర్ట్ చేయట్లేదు. చలో, ఓకే, నో ఇష్యూస్. సో కమింగ్ టు ద PVT, just before which I learnt was TV, PV, and then we have gone through. Now the final one is PVT. As when the case when you go with the TV, what is going to happen over there is pressure has been fixed. Okay, that was for the isobaric process. And when you gone through the PT diagram, what we have done for the previous case, PT. This is PT. Volume will be exactly orthogonal to that. And next we have learnt another one. The last one is PV diagram, where temperature has been fixed as a isothermal one. So now this is the previous case which has been considered for the PT diagram itself. The only thing is volume was the orthogonal, which has not been shown for the two-dimensional figure. Now it is for the three-dimensional figure. You can observe over here, where in this case the pressure and the temperature and then volume which has been given over here. So this, according to this, there is none the property which has been fixed. There is no specific volume constant or pressure constant or the temperature constant. All the parameters are varying according to your temperature and then pressure. Okay, only in the dome which has been present, where you have your liquid and vapor zone, that you are both the quantities which is fixed, that is your pressure and temperature, and specific volume will be varying. That gives you the exact state of the particular system. Okay. So here if you observe the figure which is in a sublimation one and another one in your phase from your liquid into the vapor one and vaporization phase. Okay. So this surfaces which is being shown is exactly the recipe law in the three-dimensional to understand clearly how the phase changes is being taking place and where is a triple point which has been formed. And you can know the zone of your subcooled or maybe in a solid plus liquid plus vapor or maybe in a superheated one based on the saturation points, where you have your saturation points of your fusion as well as onto the vaporization one, where at the case of your fusion one, when you have your saturation point which is being given, the pressure is greater than the saturation pressure, then that is in a zone of your compressed liquid. And in that similar case, where your temperatures is given one is greater than the saturation, less than the saturation one, that will be in a subcooled one. Okay, that is onto the left side of your dome. Okay, and in between the dome you have both the variation, where you have liquid plus vapor. That is based on your specific volume, only gives you if your specific volume which is being given is less than the that is VF, that is in a fusion one, that is in a liquid one. If it is less than the actual specific volume, then it is in a subcooled one, onto the region which is in a fusion one, onto the liquid saturation line. It will be in a liquid saturation line. Okay. And next, if your specific volume which is being given is greater than the actual specific volume, that is it in a VG is greater than V, then it is in a superheated vapor line. Okay. So if it is in between vapor plus liquid zone, and next after that, if your pressures which is being given is less than the saturation pressure, or maybe if your temperatures which has been given is greater than the saturation temperature, Tsat, T greater than Tsat, then it will be in a superheated region. By this, you can understand the zones of your PVT surfaces. Okay. Sometimes they may ask you PVT surfaces also to explain. So in that you have to first draw PT diagram, and then you have to draw PV diagram, and then you have to draw PVT by showing the variation of this curve. That is the triple point, sublimation, vaporization, solid plus liquid, expansion and contraction, and freezing and contraction and freezing. That lines we have to show in the exam. Okay. So that's it about the module number 1. We have completed. That is the quality which I had already told you. X is equal to m mass of the vapor which has been converted by total mass. Total mass is nothing but mf plus mg. So X can be written as mg by m or mg by mf plus mg. Okay. So if your X is 0, the quality is 0 for saturated liquid, and if it is X is equal to 1, then that will be in a superheated one. Okay. That is known based on the variation which I already showed you. all this derivation small one, where V is equal to Vf plus Vg, M is equal to Mf plus Mg. Based on this parameters, by finally we have got V is equal to 1 minus x into Vf plus x into Vg. If x is equal to 0, that V is equal to Vf, and if is equal to 1, V is equal to Vg. Okay, so that's it. We are done with the module number 1. And next class, we'll move on to module number 2, that I'll start the steam properties and steam tables, how to look into the steam tables and steam properties. I'll take one class, and another 2 classes I'll take for the solving of the numericals. Okay, by end of this week, we'll be done with module number 1 and module number 2. Okay, module number 3, thermodynamic relations of unit number 4, that is a short one, that I'll do it later after the unit number 3. Because to understand the thermodynamic relation, you have to understand what is first law and second law. There is a case that I will do it a later case. Once I'm done with the module 1 and module 2, properties of pure substance will be completed. Then we will have a test, special test, okay, that is slip test, that I will give you in the Microsoft Forms in your Teams itself, that the blanks, fill in the blanks and maybe choose the correct answers, that I will consider for the later marks. Now assignment 1 for 10 marks. Only if you are submitted and if you are left. Already I told you who are the numbers need to submit. I mentioned you also. Please, those people try to submit. And today morning itself I have received 2 numbers who are late submission. Those people will lose the marks.